Hi, this is Tony Sagami. Excuse the perspiration, but I'm in Penang, Malaysia, so I'm not too far from the equator, so it's pretty darn hot down here. Behind me is the Penang Bay, and that's the bay that separates the island of Penang from mainland Malaysia. And what am I doing here? Well, Malaysia is a pretty interesting country. First of all, the Malaysian stock market was up 19% in 2010, so that's a reason to be here. And number two, Malaysia has a rich history steeped in natural resources. Originally, Penang first showed up on the historical maps in 1586, and by 1786, Britain had landed here and established a colony, mainly to trade spices such as cloves, nutmeg, cinnamon, and pepper. And it was shortly thereafter that it started to thrive as a trading community because Penang Island is very strategically located at the northern tip of the Straits of Malacca. And that's the primary passage between the Middle East and China and Japan. So it's a very strategic area, and that's why it grew so fast originally. It's also a culturally diverse country. It's pretty equally divided between the ethnic Malaysians, Indians, and also Chinese. And so it's those three groups that make it such a fascinating and dynamic country. People don't realize it, but Malaysia has 28 million people and has the 29th largest economy in the world. As a matter of fact, the average GDP per person is almost 15,000 a year, so that's pretty high. It's a young, educated workforce that does speak English, another great tool that they have. And also, it is a Muslim country, and the reason that's important, it's one of the main Islamic banking centers in the world. And so there's a very thriving financial community here also. But the reason I'm in Malaysia is to do, as usual, I'm on a hunt for interesting companies. And there's a lot of them here, primarily based in natural resources. Malaysia is one of the largest oil producers in the world. As a matter of fact, 44% of its national budget was produced from royalties from its national oil company. It's also extremely rich in tin, rubber, and palm oil. Those are important natural resources, and they have been on the move. And so there's lots of investment opportunities here in Malaysia based upon that richness in natural resources. And there's some that you should take a look at. Specifically, you're going to see a chart that comes up that mentions 5 different Malaysian oil stocks. Only one is traded on the US exchange on the pink sheet. Others are traded here on the Malaysian stock market. So you do need to have a brokerage firm that allows trading in the Malaysian market to take advantage of those. But Malaysia is a fantastic, thriving community, and despite the temperature, I'm very happy to be here. It's a fascinating country, very dynamic and very growing, and it's certainly a country that you need to keep an eye on if you want to successfully invest in Asia. Until next week, this is Tony Sagami signing off.